What is going on, Headliner Nation? Welcome to the Week 10 Tailgate Show, otherwise known as the return of me and the Doc doing Show Us Your Teams. It was requested last week during our Saturday Night live stream, and we had to be sure to produce it for the people. But just like always in this show, there are timestamps down below for whatever section you are looking for. But I don't know about you guys, I'm starting to get in to the holiday spirit. Maybe it's because all the leaves outside are orange and it's getting cold. But man, I am looking forward to hanging back, relaxing, and just chilling at home this weekend, and hopefully you can do the same. But let's go ahead and kick it off with some end of the week news here first. Not a whole lot has happened here end of the week. The first thing up, Drake London. He's going to be good to go and active for week 10. Now, I know there isn't anyone out there, myself included, that can stand Arthur Smith. However, with Taylor Heineke under center, I do like myself some Drake London a little bit here this week. What about James Conner? As of right now, still questionable, but is trending towards playing this week. Is he someone that I immediately want to throw in my lineup? I mean, it really depends on the options you have. He isn't going to be some absolute must-start guy. But if you're hurting with injuries or bye weeks, he could be a decent fill-in in his first game back. What about T. Higgins? He suffered a hamstring injury and now he is out this week. We also know that Jamar Chase, even though he's practicing, is not 100% either. Now, while it looks like Jamar Chase could play this weekend, is he limited at all? And if so, how much more Tyler Boyd do we see? Because of the injuries to T. Higgins and the unknown status for sure about Jamar Chase, you better believe that Tyler Boyd is screaming up the rankings. He's currently up inside my top 25 wide receivers here for week 10. I also expect to maybe see a little bit more Irv Smith and a whole lot of Joe Mixon on the ground. How about another guy? Nico Collins in Houston is unlikely to play this weekend as well. We could, however, have the return of Robert Woods, Bobby Trees. That doesn't overly excite me. If anyone sees the huge jump, it's going to be Tank Dell and Dalton Schultz. And then lastly, this one has come in here late this week, a late addition to the injury report. It's Stephon Diggs in Buffalo. And that absolutely sucks because he's playing on Monday night. Now, I don't know what your rosters look like, but if you're reliant on Stephon Diggs here this week, which I know so many teams are, I have a backup plan stashed on my bench just in case. A great option for that backup plan, he may be available out there on your waiver wire. It's Khalil Shakir. Now, no, he's probably not someone I would start with a healthy Stephon Diggs, but if I need somebody in a pinch, he would definitely see more targets if Diggs were to miss. But like I said, just be sure to have a backup plan there just in case. What about weather this week? Not a whole lot of bad weather to worry about. Only one game, and it's the Washington Commandos and Seattle Seahawks. You mean it's going to rain in Seattle? It always rains in Seattle. There's a 72% chance of rain in that ball game. Now, I know a lot of people are hoping for some big offense in that game because Washington doesn't play any defense. That is definitely going to be one of those games that I check on early Sunday morning to be sure that we're not playing in some torrential downpour. A little bit of rain, not going to worry me. Like I said, those guys in Seattle are used to playing in the rain. Okay, but what about an update of our Pristine auction item giveaway that we have here in week 10? I have a signed, right here, Javonte Williams jersey right here that we're giving away. If you haven't checked out my wide receiver start and sit video here for week 10 yet, you need to head over there, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know you're interested, and then we'll announce a winner in week 11. But now the time has come for one of the most anticipated segment returns. It's Show Us Your Teams with myself and the Doc. That's right, Ethan, we have returned. Old school Show Us Your Teams is back. Now, full disclosure, Ethan had been handling this kind of section of the tailgate video, but he put me on blast right in the middle of our live stream last week, and he said, if we're going to do it, I need Jake to be there. So one way or another, we are back, Ethan, to do some Show Us Your Teams.
Hold up. Technically, the chat put you on blast, and I just agreed with them.
Nope. It was your comment that said, well, if I'm going to do it, I need Jake to be there. And then the chat said, yeah.
I'm just saying the people demanded it from us, Jake. They were, It's one of my favorite things. And it's been hard because since I joined the show, we've always had a bit together of some sort. Yep. This is the first year where I
thought I'd gotten rid of you. I thought I did. I thought I'd wipe my hands of it, but nope. Here we go. We're starting back up again. If people if you enjoy this, let us know down below in the comment section, and maybe Maybe I'll do it with Ethan a little bit more often.
Whoa, easy on how you phrasing.
Pause. Right, pause. That's not what I meant. Phrasing. All about the phrasing.
Pause.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Forget it. Let's dive in, Ethan, because we got a few teams to go through. Are you ready?
I'm ready, dude.
Are you feeling rusty?
This all week.
I'm sure you have. Let's start off with the first one here. We're going to Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you're missing out because that's where you make your submissions. So if you're not, follow me on Twitter or X. Sorry, whatever it's called now. How about the first one, though, Ethan? It's from @BigGeneralRyoka Leonidas. He submitted his team on what looks like a half-eaten piece of paper. Or is it an envelope that's backwards? What is that, Ethan?
Oh man, this is a really obscure reference, Jake.
Oh no.
But it kind of looks like if you ripped the top off of like a cracker box. Like if you rip the side of it, like one side's smooth, but one side is ripped.
Yes. I do love crackers.
Dude, I love crackers.
I'll straight up demolish some crackers.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but that's kind of like, it looks like it was a part of something bigger and he just like ripped it off the top.
Give me your top cracker.
Oh, dude, Belvita breakfast crackers every day of my life.
Really? I mean, I like them, but I'm still old school Ritz crackers.
Oh, well, yeah. Like if
I can't go wrong with old school Ritz crackers. Okay.
Like regular crack. I do love the chicken and the biscuits, though. Do those count? Are those a cracker? That's a cracker.
That's right? A cracker. I'm thinking it's a cracker. Okay. Anyway, let's look at the freaking team, Ethan.
Look at the team, Jake.
Because he's got LT's legendary team. At quarterback, he's got Josh Allen. I like that. Then we got Deontay Johnson and T. Higgins, Austin Eckler and Alvin Kamara, Trey McBride at tight end, Jacoby Myers. Dude's got two defenses. Do you start two defenses in this league? I have never seen that before.
I don't think so. I can't imagine that you do.
Maybe he wants to know which one.
Well, maybe.
But I know what it is. The Dolphins don't play this week. So he's got the Dolphins.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's got the Jets. Now I'm right there. I'm catching up, Ethan. It's been a while. Kicker, he's got Jake Elliott and Blake Groupie, who he's going to stream in week 10. Because we have no Jake Elliott. On the bench, we got Tyler Lockett, Chris Godwin, Amon-Ra. No. Amon-Ra is not on a bye this week.
He was on a bye last week.
He was on a bye last week. So that dude needs to be in your lineup immediately. You got Rashee Rice, Demario Douglas, David Montgomery, and Devon Achane. 6-2 before Monday Night Football. 12-team league, full PPR. He's telling everybody to like and subscribe, and you better listen to the man for sure.
And a star.
That's right. I like stars. Stars are good. Okay, Ethan, the only thing that I really see, overall, I like the team for sure. T. Higgins popped up on the injury report earlier in the week with a hamstring injury. Now, at the time of this recording, we don't know how that's going to go out just yet, but definitely the doc will probably have an update earlier here in the day on that. But I'm putting Amon-Ra 100%, 196.2% in my wide receiver spot. Or I put him in my flex spot. I'm probably going to put him in my flex spot, Ethan. What do you say about that?
Yeah, if Higgins is playing,
if Higgins is good,
if Higgins is playing and it's clear that he's playing, I'm okay with that. I think Jacoby Myers is for sure the guy you're moving out of this spot.
Right.
David Montgomery's coming back too. Achane's probably coming back next week. So I don't know how his IR/bench works, but you're going to probably have to make some decisions with how good this team is. A lot of good players.
Facts.
I would say a lot of good players, not a ton of great players, but a lot of good players.
Really good players. Yeah.
If it's me, Jake, I'm going next level. Okay. First off, you got to get Amon-Ra St. Brown in the lineup.
He's got to go. He's got to go in there.
I am packaging this, at least one of these wide receivers, probably two of them. And I'm going bargain bin hunting for a tight end outside of Trey McBride.
Like who?
Anybody you can find. One guy I really like to target if I'm looking for tight ends is Evan Ingram, just because he's pretty consistently getting volume, consistently producing, not at the like crazy high end level, but we saw him do that last year. And so he has that potential, and he's just consistently getting you points every week. Trey McBride, some big weeks. I'm not going to lie. He's had some big weeks, but we'll see what happens going forward. He's also a lot of boom bust there.
Right.
And so, we'll see what happens. Hopefully with Kyler potentially coming back this week, Maybe that'll make a difference, but I'm probably trying to diversify because you got those two running backs coming back, and you're going to have to find a place for them on your bench. And the players he's got are too good to really be just throwing them to waivers.
Right. I definitely wouldn't want to do that for sure. So what we're saying here is if we want to play it safe, at the time of this recording, we're going to Amon-Ra over T. Higgins until we know about the hamstring. And then if David Montgomery is a full go for whatever reason by this point, then he's going into the flex. If Montgomery is still limited, we're rolling with T. Higgins at wide receiver, and we're putting Amon-Ra into our flex. Correct. Okay. Do you want to grade Are we doing grades, Ethan?
Well, I might as well.
You might as well throw a damn letter on it. What do you want to give it?
This is a good team. This has got championship potential.
Championship?
I think so. He's got A-Chain's coming back. Amon-Ra St. Brown's coming in. Allen's already, I'm going to say things break right. I'm going to go A-.
Yeah,
this is
I was thinking
team.
the same thing, an A-
lot of depth,
for sure.
Full PPR. A-.
I hear. I love the team. All right, next one, Ethan, because we got a few to go through here. The next one is Rob Dorn. First off, Rob Dorn got way better handwriting than me or Ethan, either one of us.
Oh, that doesn't take much for me.
That's true. You're a doctor. Your handwriting sucks. All right, so we got Team Biden's Biker Gang. League. Is that Zoc? What the hell is after it?
ZDC Gold.
Is it a D or an O?
I don't know. Zoc Gold.
Zoc Gold. All right, we got a 12-team, 10-player keeper, half PPR, the current defending champion with a 9-0 record and first in points. This guy gets it, Ethan. This guy right here. You can tell
this dude's been watching the fantasy headliners.
He's been watching because this team's probably going to be good. All right, first up, at quarterback, C.J. Stroud. Can't complain. He was the number one quarterback last week.
Yeah.
Running back, we got CMC. Only one running back that starts, and if that's the one that you got, you're doing pretty well.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Wide receiver. He's got Jamar, Kupp, and Puka. We got problems, Ethan. We got big problems right here because Kupp and Puka ain't playing this week. They on a bye.
Yeah, and we don't know what's happening with the quarterback there either.
Are we gonna see Carson Wentz that quickly? I don't know, but we'll have to wait and find out. Anyway,
we'll see.
So hopefully once we get to the bench, I'm not looking yet. Hopefully we got some options down there. He's also got Kelsey. Oh dear Lord, Kelsey's on a bye as well.
Yeah, but don't worry, Jake. He's got Kittle down on the bench.
Oh, you're cheating. You're cheating, Ethan. You're sneaking a peek down there.
I'm sorry, man.
Your flex, you got Gus. You got the Gus Bus, Elliott. Oh, crap. You need another kicker, too, Rob. Rob, you got a lot of people on bye. On your bench, you got Jerome Ford.
Okay.
He's not starting over CMC. Javonte Williams, Pierre Strong, Chris Rodriguez, Deontay Johnson, Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Boyd, Jacoby Myers, Marvin Mims, we're not worried about. Rashid Shaheed, George Kittle. I'm guessing that's Hunter Henry and not Derrick Henry. Minshew Magic. And then as IR, he's got Rodgers and Richardson. So right off the bat, we need two wide receivers, Ethan. Who are you going with that's on the bench?
Deontay for sure. And probably I'm really considering Jacoby Myers as the second guy. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I think that's the wrong choice.
Were you thinking Ayuk?
I'm going Brandon Ayuk.
All right. I'm okay with that too. I think I had those guys similar. So
the problem is I take Brock Purdy over Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah. I think that's fair. That's
what I mean. So
but is Aiden O'Connell that much worse than Jimmy Garoppolo was?
No, but Jimmy Garoppolo sucks.
I don't know. I kind of like the good vibes going on.
I do too. It's kind of fun
over
to watch.
there in Las Vegas. They
fired up the cigars like they won the
now.
NFC championship or something, or AFC championship.
Yeah, I don't know if firing your coach can do that much that quickly, but
he must have been bad.
He must have been bad, dude.
Way bad. All right.
So
we're
I'm okay with either of those guys. Honestly, you're putting Kittle in at the tight end position.
Obviously, totes off.
You might end up starting all three of those wide receivers though, because we don't, as of this recording, don't know what's happening with Jamar Chase either. So a lot of question marks that I don't have a good beat on this yet.
I have a question for you. I'm raising my hand.
Yes, go ahead.
If Jamar Chase is limited or out and T. Higgins is limited or out, What do we think about Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd, absolutely.
Mic drop, right? Just throw in Tyler Boyd.
Just throw him in there. You'll be good.
Exactly.
There you go. If both the dudes are out.
Big if.
Honestly, right? I'd consider it even if just one of them was out. But we don't know what's going to happen with those two guys. So
yeah, 100%. So I'm a little worried about this week, but luckily you've built yourself a big lead at 9-0, first in points. That's great. Ethan, let's give the team a grade. What do you got? Can you give a 9-0 team that's first in points a bad grade? Can you do that?
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
I'm going to go. It's got to be an A for me. I mean, this is a team that is clearly on pace right now, barring some good luck, maybe a turnaround. I'll be honest with you, Jake. I'm very worried about Matthew Stafford. So
you should be.
He's got a lot riding on Kupp and Puka at your wide receiver positions, but you got CMC, you got Stroud. The team is good. It's probably going to have a down week this week. May not win. I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't make any crazy decisions.
You know what I would probably do? I would probably trade either one of Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua this week. I would trade one of them.
Yeah, and I've told some people to do that this week as well. So
see what you can get for it.
See what you can get. I mean, you don't
give them away.
Is the way the starting lineup for this is kind of odd. So you only get really 2 running backs. You have to start 3 wide receivers, but technically you could start 4. You're set at tight end. Yeah, I'm probably moving Puka because it is. I don't know if you mentioned that it's a 10-player keeper.
Right.
I'm probably moving Puka, and you could probably get a pretty decent haul knowing that this is a keeper league. There's no reason that you should not get a decent quality starter because Puka is a guy that looks on paper to be someone you are going to keep multiple years in a row. Yeah. So I'd be big fishing if it was me. I'd be looking for a whale.
You'd be shrimp fishing?
No, we are not shrimp fishing. That is an inside joke, and we are not going to talk about it.
Okay, all right. Next one. Let's move on. Next one. We got Marty Allman's lawyer here with. Is there a team name on here? Do I not see it?
I think the top maybe has the team name.
Riley Reed option?
Yep.
Okay, I'm guessing that's we'll see if we can figure out the meaning of that one. Unable to make any trades so far, but sitting at 8-1. Lost Mike Williams and Kirk Cousins to injuries. Okay, so we got everything in a box, Ethan. The boxes are 2 different colors, red and blue, to help us differentiate between. At quarterback, we got Jordan Love. I don't love it, if I'm being completely honest. Then we got Bijan. I don't love it because Arthur Smith has no idea what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Dude, Travis Etienne. That I love. Tough matchup this week, though. A.J. Brown. Dude ain't playing this week. We got to get him out of the lineup. Jahan Dotson. It took like 8 weeks, but I'm totally excited that they finally remembered that he was on the roster. TJ Hawkinson. He's dealing with a rib injury, so that's something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Javonte Williams, the Packers, and Justin Tucker. Then on the bench, you got Demario Douglas. Everybody thought he was going to be the second coming of Randy Moss by the comment sections everywhere. Josh Reynolds, Josh Dobbs, DJ Chark.
I love that.
He might save him. Khalil McLaughlin, Donta Foreman, and Keontae Ingram. Ethan, I'm a little worried, if I'm being completely honest.
This is the first team that I'm a little nervous about.
I'm nervous.
Okay. Well, first off, let me just say some bad luck. Kirk Cousins goes down.
Yep.
Josh Dobbs should be starting over Jordan Love for sure.
I agree.
So let's just throw that in there right away. He really did not have a horrible draft. If you look at where he picked these guys, right. Bijan at 8. Okay, we're living with that. I understand that we as a channel were a little bit less bullish than the community as a whole was on Bijan because we didn't know what was going to happen.
We tried to say to avoid him. We tried.
I think we were just trying to say be cautious with him. It's not that he's not talented. We just didn't understand what the situation was going to be like. We know that Arthur Smith is hot garbage.
Right.
But I mean, you got A.J. Brown and Travis Etienne with his second and third picks.
Not bad.
Didn't do a bad job drafting.
Nope. And Hawkinson in the fourth
a good collection of players here.
Yep.
Just some bad luck with that first pick. And I don't know who you're getting at the 108 necessarily. That's going to make a huge difference. I'd have to look back and see like who was being drafted there, but he's one pick away from being probably one of the better teams in the league. And he's already sitting at 8-1. So it's not like this is a bad team.
Right.
just doesn't have the depth of what we've seen in the previous two teams.
And when I say I'm worried, I'm more worried about this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this week for sure.
I'm worried this
long
week.
term, he's still fine.
Fine long term, I would agree with that. But like no AJ Brown this week, and the only option you have on your bench really is Demario Douglas. So he's going to have to be the guy. Like that's where you got to basically go for AJ Brown. Travis Etienne has a matchup against San Francisco. That's not going to be easy. Bijan and his usage. Jordan Love. That's another team. That offense is in shambles right now because they have no idea what they are. Are they a running team or are they a passing team? No one gets consistent volume. Do I really love Josh Dobbs over Jordan Love? I feel like Josh Dobbs may be slightly safer than Jordan Love this week just due to that rushing upside that he has. But really, aside from that, there's not many options, not many choices here. We kind of have to run what we brung everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, good starters need to keep working the waiver wire. I'll put it that way. For the bench. Keep working it. Keep working it. Keep finding what you can get. I have some minor qualms, Jake. First off, Williams has got 2 L's in it, and Javonte Williams. That's a spelling error. Yikes! Gonna have to get a demotion for that.
Yeah, we're gonna dock some points for that.
I'm just gonna let you know in the comments, Jake. We're gonna get a lot of comments about you not understanding the team name. But per our rules, there are no players with the last name Riley. You could have gotten the kicker, I think, from the Lions. Last name is Riley or Riley Patterson.
Riley Patterson,
his first name.
Well, see, that's what I mean. I know who it is. I just don't understand the tie-in from it.
Yeah, see, you can just tell that I don't even see a Chiefs player. So, like, you could say Andy Reid. I don't
right.
Really,
You know what I mean? Yeah, I just don't understand how did this happen? You know what I mean?
A funny joke.
Like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? I don't understand how they married each other.
Yeah. Good Lord, Jake.
You're the one that wanted to do this with me.
First off, what happened with the second R with the RB? You see the Travis Etienne RB?
Earthquake. It was an earthquake happened.
It looks like he might have drew a butt first, or he might have put BB.
Maybe.
So suspicious. And I really hate when people write over the hole punch of paper. There's something about like trying to write letters around the hole punch that just really not. I think maybe it's a little bit of just like I just don't like the way it looks.
I hear you.
Also, he totally butchered Keontae Ingram's first name. I think there's no way it's Keontae, right? That can't be right. You're going to check that for me, right?
I'm Googling it right now.
Appreciate that he did put subscribe to hashtag Headliner Nation.
That's right.
Yeah, keep working the waiver wire. Solid team. I'm going to give it a B.
Ethan, he spelt it right.
That's how you spell it?
That's how you spell his name.
Keontae?
Hey, how the hell do you misspell Williams, but you got Keontae right?
Dude, you got Keontae on there.
Keontae.
I did not realize that's how they spelled his name.
Hey, you got to give him his point back, right?
Wow. Yeah, no demotion for that. Well, you get the demotion for not spelling the name right.
I'm not taking a demotion.
We're not double demoting.
I'm not taking the demotion. I'm giving him his point back.
Yeah. I don't really understand the color coordination. It looks like he wrote this with about 6 different pens.
Yep.
And overall, team solid. I'm still going to give it a B.
I'm giving it a B as well. B sounds good to me. All right, next one, Ethan. We got to fly through here some more. We got the next one, Cassius Thompson. He's got the Stroud family. Another guy with immaculate handwriting, Ethan.
Jake.
What?
Oh, sorry. I was mixed up. That's my fault. Immaculate handwriting. Yes. Sorry.
What did you think I said?
I don't know. I heard Stroud and I thought you were doing the team we already did. We're rusty at this. Okay.
We or you? Dude. Anyway, let's move on here. So we got a 14-team super flex in a full PPR. The starting lineup, Justin Herbert. We got Kenneth Walker, Ramondre Stevenson, Nico Collins, Chris Olave, Trey McBride, James Cook, CJ Stroud in his super flex with Matt Gay and the Browns. On the bench, we got Jordan Love. Keep him there. Zach Charbonnet. Hey, keep him there. AJ Brown, he's on a bye. He ain't going nowhere. Zay Flowers, and what may be the best Z that I've ever seen handwritten before. as of right now, keep him down there.
Two beautiful Z's.
Beautiful Z's. Empty waiver wire or an empty spot here for a waiver claim. Got to fill that here pretty soon. On the IR, you got Dallas Goddard and RIP A-Rich Anthony Richardson. So overall, there's no changes for this week, Ethan, because there's no other options on the bench that I would put in over the guys he currently has starting. But what do you feel about the overall starting roster?
Starting roster is pretty solid. You're kind of makeshift in the wide receiver position a little bit.
A little.
Probably a little disappointed with Olave this year.
Isn't everybody?
Yeah, I mean, that's just y'all are trusting Derek Carr, and I can't help but wonder.
No. False statements.
What?
We said that we trusted that there would be more deep shots in that offense, and that would fit Chris Olave. And so far, Chris Olave is top 10 among all wide receivers in deep ball attempts. So they're there. They're just not connecting, Ethan. They haven't meshed yet.
There's no connection.
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
It's like dial-up internet in the middle of nowhere.
You know,
like your town.
Yeah. Whoa, I have fiber. Easy.
Now.
Easy. Okay. First off. Secondly.
Tell him about his lineup, please.
Dude, his lineups, I actually really like the team as a whole. It's a lot of guys.
For a 14-teamer, yeah.
Yeah. For a 14-teamer, I mean, I love that he's got two good quarterbacks.
Yep.
Not Jordan Love. I mean, yikes.
I don't mind Jordan Love as my number 3, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but you can tell that having 3 starting quarterbacks is probably costing him some bench depth. The team is good.
Yeah, overall, the team is good. For sure.
Team is good as overall. You're probably happy that Ramondre is finally playing a little bit better. Nico Collins has been great all year. Like that Stroud-Nico connection.
Yep.
Little stackage.
And
AJ Brown, you know, I mean,
once you throw,
I guess the wide receiver position is better than I was giving him credit for. I forgot about AJ Brown down there on the bench. Overall,
it's an A- for me.
Good team.
It's an A- for me all day long.
Yeah. A-. He spelled Goddard wrong, but we'll give him.
Did he? I didn't even notice it. Let me see.
He's got Goddard.
Goddard. I mean, yeah, I didn't even. So you're paying really close attention to the spelling.
I'm always
to even look at that.
Also, it's been a long time since I've seen yellow paper.
True, you're right.
Paper. That's an AMPAD. This is an AMPAD ad right here because it's been a hot minute since I've seen yellow paper. But beautiful handwriting.
Beautiful.
A-.
All right, here we go. Next one, Paul Mendoza. He's got Brown, Ease, and rookies. Brown, Ease, and rookies.
Rookies.
We got a 12-team Superflex full PPR current record 12-5. Oh, league median rule. I'm like, how the hell is he 12-5?
Crushing it.
Yeah, exactly. Here's his roster though. His quarterback is Derek Carr, the guy you just made fun of. Congratulations, you've already insulted Paul. His running back, Bijan Robinson. His other running back, Josh Jacobs. He traded Stevenson and DJ Moore for Josh Jacobs. We'll come back to that. Amon Ra, love it. Jordan Addison, don't love it, but don't hate it. I do like that Josh Dobbs has already taken over that job because I think he does help Jordan Addison a little bit.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid, love it. Tank Dell at your flex. Tank Dell, I hope he doesn't turn into Gabe Davis, where it's like a boom or bust and that's all you get.
Dude, I'm telling you, of all the players that I've watched this year, that kid is impressive to watch.
Oh, yeah.
He's 100%. Tiny, but man, he is a baller.
I don't understand why they don't commit more volume to him every single week.
It's coming, dude. I'm just telling you, man. Like, I think that he is incredible at football. He has to be. He's dominated at every level he's played at.
Yeah, I love
to do this as a rookie is unbelievable.
I don't love the usage. I just love the player. All right, his super flex. It's Taylor. Give me a Heineke.
Yeah.
He's got Dicker the kicker. Bonus points for that.
Shout out to Dicker the kicker.
Heck yeah. On IR. So it looked like he said AR
5.
Yeah, and the 5 he messed up. He's like, I can't have that.
Yeah, so that's an ugly 5, dude.
Let me 3 scratch the AR 5 and rewrite it, is what he said.
Yeah.
Then we got Tyler Algier, Tajay Spears, AJ. Everybody got AJ Brown in all these teams. Jacoby
in the
Myers.
Second round too, man.
Yep. and then
That's why these
JSN
teams are
on
so
waivers. Exactly. So overall, we're not throwing Tyler Algier into this lineup. We're not throwing Tajay Spears into this lineup. AJ Brown's on a bye. So really our only option here is I think we both like Tank Dell, but it's Jordan Addison. Do we keep in Jordan Addison or do we go with JSN or Jacoby Myers? Where are you going to dip your cookie?
I'm still probably sticking with Addison personally.
I think the touchdown upside is too high to not, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe last week was just a total aberration with Josh Dobbs, and this week he falls back to earth in terms of, just I just don't see how a guy can walk in on Tuesday and then play that well.
You be a freaking rocket scientist is how you do it.
I mean, I get why he did. Like, I understand that he's incredibly, intelligent. I'm just stunned by just the way that game turned out. But
is it stunning to you that Josh Dobbs is a top 10 fantasy quarterback on the year?
I mean, Geno Smith did it last year, and that I never thought I'd see that. So, I mean, I'm kind of open to the idea that like once a year we're going to get a guy that just we all thought was kind of washed up. And
is Josh Dobbs better than Kenny Pickett?
Oh, absolutely. Right.
I think so too.
Right this moment,
I think so.
I would rather have Dobbs. I don't want to talk about that, Jake. It's kind of a sore subject.
I'm just wondering, since they have Kenny Pickett, they even used Mason Rudolph over him.
I just, Jake,
I take Josh Dobbs. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Brownies and rookies.
Okay.
And we'll leave the Steelers out of this. Okay.
What is your grade for this team? There's also a note that says star here. It's a keeper league. Should I keep Bijan or AR5? Yeah. Thank you. I mean, it's a little early to tell, but as of right this second, I'm keeping Bijan over Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Arthur Smith is going to get fired at some point, and when that happens, Bijan explodes. I'm really worried about Anthony Richardson staying healthy his entire career.
Yeah. I mean, I think that while I do think that Anthony Richardson, that was a worthwhile pick.
Yep.
To see what he could be. And we saw a glimpse.
He would be a top 10 quarterback if he was healthy.
A glimpse, but you got to go Bijan. I mean, Bijan, for as much of a disappointment, he's still one of the 14 best running backs in fantasy right now. So he wasn't a top 3 guy, like a lot of people that I think intentionally led people astray off of hype were saying. I still think that he's worth your keeper over Anthony Richardson. And you can always draft Anthony Richardson.
Yep.
If you're going to be able to have a chance to draft him, I doubt he goes in the first round.
Right.
Coming off an injury that ended his season after 3 games, 4 games. So
did you grade this team yet?
I'm going to go with a B-. I'm going to give him a B. Because a lot of these guys he's picking up off waivers, and he's gotten some good dudes off waivers.
Mm-hmm.
Tank Dell, Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't love the Josh Jacobs trade. I'll be honest.
I don't love it either. You're right. I didn't love it.
Would have held on with Stevenson and DJ Moore. I think we would have had a little bit more flexibility going forward. But overall, he's crushing waiver wires. He's working hard. He's got some really solid players. I'm gonna go with a B.
All right. I think a B is fitting for this week. Moving forward, though, the fact that he has A.J. Brown and Amon-Ra and Bijan and Jacobs and Kincaid, I'm going with about an A- rest of season.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Next one. Now we're going to Cassie Lopez. She has submitted RP Ho. That's a creative name there, Ethan. For those of you who don't know, I think she's referencing the RPO, the run pass option.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, but a lot of people may not know that. Okay.
Oh, well, I would
got to realize I work with Kyle a lot. A lot of people may not get that.
He wouldn't have understood it.
Probably not. She's currently 6-3, a 10-team half PPR. Are you ready for the team, Ethan?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Sam Howell, like it or love it.
I mean, I like it.
I didn't give you a choice to not like it.
I just like it.
See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Bijan Robinson. Oh my God, more people with Bijan. Everybody's got Bijan here.
A lot of Bijan.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yep.
Keenan Allen. Mark Andrews. Brandon Ayuk. Jake Elliott. The Chiefs. So you need a kicker. On the bench, you got Michael Pittman. Love it. George Pickens. Jalen Warren. Chuba Hubbard. I'm going to make sure I say it since Ethan doesn't know how to pronounce it. Zach Charbonnet and Justin Fields on IR, Kyren Williams and Kyler Murray. So Kyler Murray is going to be coming off the IR spot.
Mm-hmm.
First question for you, Ethan, and I need an immediate answer. Who are you dropping to activate Kyler Murray?
Jake Elliott.
Okay. Who are you then dropping to pick up a kicker? Because that is a very tough question.
Oh, man. Yikes.
It's got to be Chuba or Charbonnet. It has to be, right?
I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to, but it has to be one of them.
I'm axing
Would
you consider dropping Sam Howell in a one quarterback league when you have Justin Fields on the bench already? If Kyler's starting.
Dude,
No?
Sam Howell.
You keep it? Would you rather have Sam Howell or Justin Fields as your backup quarterback, assuming that Kyler Murray is healthy and is a top 12 quarterback going forward?
This sounds stupid because I hate to hold on to quarterbacks. Like, I hate it. But part of me is like, is Chuba really going to do anything? That offensive line is horrible. They're not going to do anything. I almost would rather drop Chuba, hold Kyler for a week. See, is he actually really that healthy? We don't even know when Justin Fields is coming back yet. Yeah. So I don't want to just drop these guys. That's the problem. I'm almost of the mindset of hopefully Kyler Murray balls out, and then you can just trade one of these guys, package him with somebody else, and can somebody use a quarterback upgrade out there somewhere? You know what I mean? Because I hate to drop any of those guys. Sam Howell is a top, 7 quarterback this year. I know it's not pretty. I know they're not winning games. I know the team is horrible, but he's scoring fantasy points because all they have to do is throw the ball. Yeah. So that's where I struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I think the right answer is probably Charbonnet in terms of who you're dropping.
I really think
Walker's just going to be the dude until he's not healthy. So yeah. I'm going with Charbonnet if I have to drop somebody off the bench.
Yeah. And you have to expect that Kyren Williams probably going to get that job back here in a couple weeks because nobody took it away from him while he was hurt.
We will see, Jake. I'm not convinced he's coming back quickly.
Oh, great.
Dude was on literally a scooter with a cast.
Stop lying. You would love to be on a scooter.
Dude, I did ride a scooter when I was in college and I broke my ankle. So
if you had an opportunity to ride a scooter around the office, would you do it?
My office is tiny.
I don't care. That wasn't the question. Would you
probably
do it?
I probably would.
So I'm not going to fall.
I mean, I roll on my rolly chair around the office. So
exactly.
That's the same effect.
Same thing. All right.
Same effect.
Can Cassie get a team grade here?
Team grade. This is a good team.
I love the team name. Going to get a bonus point for the team name.
Yeah. The team name's original, catchy. Yep. We've been doing this.
I've never seen that team name.
We were doing that for a long time.
We had done
this year we ditched it, but here we are. Comeback show. If you like this show, let us know in the comments.
I already said that at the beginning.
I'm letting them know again, Jake. I'm gonna give it a B+. I like the players on this team. I think it's a good problem to have when you have so many good players that you're wondering who you can drop off your squad. So I'm gonna go with a B+. This is a good team.
I'm going Verge B+, A-. Verge, because I really love the starting lineup.
Yeah.
If they could get Bijan going, that would be perfect right there.
And hopefully Gibbs will keep his starting job with David Montgomery coming
at
back
least
in.
some sort of a larger role, right?
Yeah.
More than what we saw.
He's earned it.
All right, last one. Are you ready, Ethan?
I'm ready.
It's time for Tua D's nuts right now. That's awesome. I love it.
Tua D's nuts.
Okay, so we got a 12-team full PPR, 7-2 in first place. Is that a damn hand-drawn Dolphins logo?
I think so.
That's the best dolphin I've ever seen.
That's a good looking dolphin.
I mean, that looks pretty dang.
It could have been sketched, but I don't think it was.
I don't think it was.
The sun is not very exact. I think that this is hand drawn.
Tua D's nuts actually drew that damn dolphin.
Yo, shout out to D's nuts.
That's right. All right. So we got, you want to do the trades first? You want to go through the roster first?
Oh man, there's a lot to talk about here.
There is quite a bit.
Let's do the trades first, because I think you'll see the players in the roster.
Okay, so he traded Puka, Kamara, and Ford for Aaron Jones, Chris Olave, and that happened in week 4. So, I mean, I think when you made the trade, you lost, right? Because Aaron Jones hasn't been healthy until week 9. So you lost out on Kamara's all that production that Kamara had coming back from suspension. You lost out on your running back production because Aaron Jones wasn't giving you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you did get a little bit more from Puka than you did from Olave. So at the time of the trade, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, no, this is not even close for me. I would not have done that trade.
I probably would not have.
Knowing what we know now for sure, but like even at the time, you hadn't really
knew
gotten
that Aaron Jones wasn't
Kamara.
healthy. Yeah.
So like,
and Puka was on a hot streak at that point.
And you took all the risk by keeping him on your team.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to try to cash that chip in, man. You can't just hold it and then let somebody else cash it in. That's a poor move. Also, I don't know if this is an official Ethan doctor rule. Don't trade for dudes that have hamstring injuries.
Yes.
In season. Just don't do it. Don't do it. We have seen this. It's like hamstrings
and turf toes.
Sprains. Those are like the two things. You see
turf
those?
Turf toes.
Turf toes. Those three. If you see those three, that dude is off your trade market.
Run.
Like
not
you
interested.
are not trading for those dudes.
Like Justin Jefferson, not interested.
Not interested.
Haven't been interested.
I've been a little interested. I won't lie to you. I've traded for him a couple times, but
that's because you don't even listen to your own advice.
But I'm just saying, like, as a general rule, like, don't trust those injuries.
Yeah. What does that note say at the bottom? In progress,
but not accepted.
Okay.
Well, then that didn't mean anything. Sorry.
Kirk.
I have 100 trades in progress right now, but none of them have been accepted.
Yeah. Kirk and Stevenson for Andrews and Pickens.
Yeah. Well, that ain't going through.
No, I'm not doing that trade
trading
either.
Unless it's Christian Kirk, I guess.
It's got to be Christian Kirk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it looks like he's got him on his bench. So
yeah. I don't even think I'm, who's your tight end now? I guess you got Luke Musgrave.
Yeah. I'm probably considering the trade.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Let's look at the roster.
I doubt that they take it.
Okay. Let's look at the roster because his quarterback is on bye. We got a problem, Ethan. Do we have a quarterback on the bench?
Oh, don't worry.
We got Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, baby.
Okay, what about wide receiver? Oh, dear Lord. The next one is A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Now we got to put Christian Kirk in.
Or maybe JSN.
No, Christian Kirk over JSN.
Well, it's full PPR. Okay. All right.
Then we got CeeDee Lamb. Great matchup. Chris Olave. Okay. Kenny Skywalker. No longer playing old school basketball. Now a running back in the NFL. Wasn't that his name?
I didn't even get that reference, which tells me that you are making a reference to an old basketball player.
Dude, you don't know who? Isn't that his name?
Kenny Walker?
I thought it was Kenny Skywalker.
Dude, never heard of that guy. Aaron Jones, Musgrave.
Hell yeah, it is.
Stevenson. Defense is Cleveland.
Dude,
loving what Cleveland's doing.
How do you not know who this guy is? He averaged like 2 points a game.
Well, there's your problem, Jake. Sounds like my high school basketball career.
Exactly.
Anyway, Kirk, JSN, Sutton, Johnston. I'm assuming that Quentin is spelled correctly and is Quentin. Yeah. Yep. Not Deontay.
Right.
I could see how people could get him spelled wrong.
Yep.
Fournette.
Not interested.
Yeah, you ain't starting Fournette until you see him on the field.
Yeah. And we may not see much.
And Waller's on IR. So we need a quarterback. Oh yeah, Carr.
Carr's Carr.
All right.
So we're going Carr, Kirk, Lamb, Olave, Walker, Jones, Musgrave, and Stevenson. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it this week.
Everybody that has been riding the AJ Brown train is probably going to look a little bit worse this week.
Yep.
But overall, the team's not bad. You can probably still scrape a win, even if you don't. You're 7-3, probably still in first or second place. I don't know if your league has buys, that might matter a little bit more, but for the most part, I think this is a pretty good squad, top to bottom. You've got the players on your bench to fill in the buys.
I'm going solid B+.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B+. I didn't love the trade, but solid B+.
That's right. Is what it is. All right. Hey, Ethan, it has been forever. But that is going to conclude our Week 10 Show Us Your Teams.
Dude, the teams have been shown.
They've been shown. And if you enjoyed seeing said teams, be sure to leave a comment down below and let Ethan and I know if this is something you want us to do more often still. And maybe I can find time in my schedule to hang out with Ethan more often. But if you enjoyed it, like I said, hit the like button, leave that comment down below. And for myself and the doc, let's show us your teams in week 10. Maybe the longest show us your team segment ever, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment down below and maybe we'll continue to do it each and every week here rest of the season. But let's go ahead and end this show the same way we always do with Mac's Friday Flyers.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Big Mac. I'm back again with the Friday Flyers. This is the Week 10 edition. Listen, you already know the routine. You know how we get down. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys. First up, I want to talk about Irv Smith Jr., tight end from the Cincinnati Bengals. So we know Jamar Chase last week, he got a little banged up. He's got a sore back right now, and he very well may play at the end of the week. But the thing that I'm excited about Irv Smith Jr. and the reason why he made this list is because he's caught 7 or 8 targets over the last 2 games, and he actually scored this past week. So he's being looked at as a red zone target. And if Jamar ends up, like I said, being a little slowed by his injury, of course they're going to filter through with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, but Irv Smith seems to be a favorite target of here recently of Joe Burrow, especially in the red zone. So you definitely want a piece of this offense going forward, because right now they're trying to stay pace with all the other AFC North teams, and every team in that division has a winning record right now, and they could possibly have 4 teams to end up in the playoffs. So they got to continuously, keep pace with that, with that momentum. So they're going to need players, especially in the red zone, to continue to be able to score. And I think Irv Smith is going to be one of those guys that Joe Burrow is going to look forward to or look to going forward for the rest of the season. So if you got availability, go out there and pick up Irv Smith. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to play him right off, but with the tight end landscape as putrid as it is right now, Irv Smith wouldn't be a bad play. All right, next up is an oldie but goodie, and I'm talking about Jerick McKinnon, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. So right now, on most platforms, he's around 28% owned because Pacheco is doing his thing. And they've been sparingly using Jerick right now. The whole offense in general has been kind of up and down. I mean, Kelsey has been a staple. We all know that. And Pat Mahomes has been doing okay, right? He's still a QB1, by all means. But what I truly believe is, and again, I know this is, Jerick McKinnon is on a bye week, but this is the perfect time to go ahead and pick him up and stash him away now, because this may be the only opportunity that you'll be able to get him ahead of waiver wires, because I truly believe that his breakout is coming. And what I mean by that is, you think about it, his role will start to increase as the season goes on because they're trying to make that playoff push. This is the same thing that happened last year around this time, with the Chiefs, and they started to implement Jerick McKinnon even more with the underneath attack in the passing game. So those, I'd say 7 games around week 11 and on, Jerick McKinnon averaged around 16 PPR points a game during that time span. So again, like I said, this could be an opportunity where they're going to start doing that this year, because they don't really have a lot of pass catching options outside of Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce. So I truly believe Jerick McKinnon will be one of those pass catching weapons, and you want to go ahead and stash him away and get ahead of the curve. All right, next up, I want to talk about Marvin Mims Jr., wide receiver from the Denver Broncos. So Sean Payton has already came on record and said in his last press conference that they intend on getting Mims more involved in this offense, and as they should. Mims is clearly the more explosive receiving option that the Broncos have right now. He averages over 22 yards per reception. You got Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. They are what they are. We've already seen their body of work. And Marvin Mims is one of those guys that even in the offseason, they, highly talented and they talked about because of a lot of his skill sets. He's the perfect complement to Russell Wilson's style. He kind of puts you in the mind of a Tyler Lockett. he can stretch the field, but he can also attack underneath and a lot of those soft spots in the zone. He can be used as that type of weapon. So again, with Sean Payton, we all know that he does a lot of coach speak, but sometimes there is truth hidden in plain sight. And I truly believe that Marvin Mims is going to be one of those guys that they are going to implement and start using going forward. So I would advise go ahead and picking him up, stashing him away, so when the time comes and he is implemented into this offense even more, you'll already have him on your bench. All right, and last but not least, I want to talk about Trey Palmer, wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the rookie, it seems like he's starting to get a rapport with Baker Mayfield right now. And the snap share is starting to increase over the last few games. Last week, he only got like a 13% target share, but it's gradually starting to increase again over this time span. And he seems like he is, beginning to be the wide receiver 3 within this offense. They're starting to trust the rookie even more. Last week, he caught 3 or 4 targets for 51 yards. So again, that's not a massive number, but if you're in PPR leagues and you're in a deep leagues and you're looking for some help at wide receiver or even a flex, Trey Palmer is a guy that you might want to, like I said, stash away. And again, with the target share starting to increase even more, this could be an option outside of, like I said, Auden, Godwin and Mike Evans. Trey Palmer can also, creep into that target share and be a viable weapon, especially underneath the zone. So Trey Palmer is a guy, like I said, stash him away and just see what happens. All right, guys, enjoyed it once again. That's the end of the Friday Flyers for week 10. I'll be back again for week 11. But look, like I said, go and stash away some of these players. We've been balling out of control with these Friday Flyers. If you go back and look, we've hit continuously on a lot of players. So again, just stash these guys away. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're already in week 10. This fantasy season has just flown by. So until the next time, I want you guys to be safe, be blessed, and be champions. Peace.
All right, perfect. That's going to do it here for the Week 10 Tailgate Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But more than anything, I hope you can head into the weekend, relax, and absolutely dominate all things fantasy football. Just a reminder, though, if you find yourself getting a little bit stressed out there on Sundays, if some of your teams are underperforming, be sure to head over to waterboy.com/headliners. Get yourself some Waterboy so you can get rehydrated and be your best self Monday morning. I'll have a link to it down below in the description, but for now, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Good luck in week 10, and we'll talk to you in week 11, and then do your part to make the world a better place.